So you're thinking about selling your house in central Louisiana. You need to know what the hidden costs are. Hey guys, it's John Walker with the Walker Group and Keller Williams Realty. So I wanted to cover some things that some sellers may not think about whenever they're ready to sell their house. Number one is prepping your house for sale. If you want to get the very highest price for your house and get the most value for it, you need to get it ready for the market. You need to make sure that you have your house looking good when it comes to landscaping, touch up the paint around your entryways, especially your front and back door. Check your door frames, make sure there's no rotted wood and things like that. And touch up all those little things that are the first things that people see and the first things they think about. Another thing that people usually will spend some money on is decluttering. You may have to pay someone to come haul off things that you don't need anymore. You also may have to pay for a storage unit or something like that. So those are some of those hidden costs. The next thing that people don't think about whenever they're selling their home in central Louisiana, and that's not going to be for everyone, but is septic repairs. So in the country, the rural areas where we live, a lot of people have septic tanks. And a lot of times those come with repairs. They have to be pumped, they have to be inspected. A lot of times they need parts like aerators or sprinklers that have to be repaired because it has to be a certain level of quality and functionality for the parish to approve it and make sure it's up to code. The last thing that people don't really think about whenever they're selling is holding cost from overpricing. So make sure that whenever you're setting a list price, I know as a seller, you always want the very most that you can get for your home. And that's understandable, but make sure you don't overprice it. Because if you overprice your home and it just sits on the market, it gets stagnant, you have to start reducing it more and more, you have holding cost. You have maybe a house note because you've already moved. You have to upkeep that property. Maybe you have to do some lawn care to it. You have to pay property taxes. You have to keep the utilities on. There's all these things that may be involved in you holding on to a property just because you're trying to squeeze out every dollar, which is understandable. But make sure you pick a price that's the fair market value for the home so that you get it sold and then you can move on and not accumulate more and more holding cost. So I hope this is helpful. If you have questions or we need to help out with anything, just let us know. Shoot me a message, give me a call or a text. My number is 318-794-6769. And we hope you guys have a great rest of the fall season. Take care.